Hello, artists and subscribers. Today we're going to be talking about Instagram and how you, as a painter, can best use it to both enhance your personal career and your personal growth as an artist, but also to appeal to collectors, dealers, gallerists, and other people that can help get your work out there into the world. So let's get into it. Dealing with Instagram can be a frustrating task for artists, but having Instagram is also essential. Why? The main reason is because when somebody wants to find your work or look at your portfolio quickly, they're likely going to Instagram and opening your profile. That's why it's important to curate what you want to say on your Instagram profile and make it reflect your goals and ambitions as an artist. So first, it's important to establish how you want Instagram to help you as an artist. I think there's 2 or 3, probably maybe 4 different types of ways to approach Instagram. All of them are different and all of them appeal to different people. So it's good to think about where you fit in amongst these different types. The first type is somebody who wants to go viral on Instagram. They want to get as many likes as possible. The goal of this is to get people to click on your profile where there's a link to a shop where they can buy some paintings or shirts or whatever. The advantages of this are you get a lot of exposure, and the disadvantages are that the price point for a lot of these works can be much lower. Since they're not sold through a gallery and there's not a lot of scarcity to the items, it doesn't feel like they're very scarce, that's going to drive the price of those items down. So it's important to know that while you may get more popularity if you're playing to the algorithm and you may get more sales, that the price point associated with those sales may also be lower. The second type of way I see painters using Instagram is they're very aloof. They'll be kind of distant from their profile in a lot of ways, and their bio will just be painter, city, location, and a link to either their website or a link to their most current show. And in these types of profiles, you're not going to see a lot of like process videos. You're not going to see a lot of videos playing to the algorithm. And surprisingly, you'll see some major international artists with very small follower counts as well. Though, it's not uncommon to see somebody with 2,000, 3,000 followers who's in a major international show. So they're existing in a very different world, and their paintings could very likely, go for 10 times or 20 times the price of somebody going through a more sales-driven approach to Instagram that wants to appeal to that virality. And with these types of artists that are in these types of circles and want to show in these types of galleries, they're really just using their Instagram profile as a portfolio of their best works. And for this, I would suggest editing your Instagram. Go back in and look at what you've put up. And if there's anything you feel like is kind of cringy or not good enough, just take it down. You shouldn't put too much stuff up there. It's okay to curate your own work that you put out there as well. If you've had an account for a long time and it feels really scattered and all over the place, just repost, find out all your images, go through all your images, and then pick out the best ones and then just start uploading those again. So the first things that are seen at the top of the page are your most recent works and your best works as well. And I'd avoid a lot of, pictures of the dog and stuff like this. It's occasionally fine to have a couple, but it shouldn't be a profile that is based on you. It should just be based on the artwork, because that's what somebody's going to be looking at first and foremost. The third type of artist kind of blends both of these, and there's a couple examples. I hope I'm getting their names right. One is Kazland. You can look at Kazland's page, and another is this painter called Bijuju. And both of them make process videos of their work, and they kind of follow the work, and then at the end there's like the reveal of the work as well. And they kind of straddle the line between both. So it's possible to kind of use some methods from the viral sales-driven approach people and incorporate it in a page that is more professional, so to speak, or more highbrow art looking, or whatever you want to call it, for that other second type of profile. But there is ways to kind of bridge the two of them. And I think the main thing would be the length of the videos. Often, if you look at somebody's pages, like Matthew Bollinger, look up Matt Bollinger in his work, and you'll see a great portfolio of his work because he's a great painter. But you'll also find a lot of process videos, but they're a little bit longer, they take a little bit more time, and they're not just dependent on somebody sitting there and scrolling through 6-second videos or something like that. So that's what my approach would be to Instagram. And think about Instagram different than TikTok. If you're an artist using TikTok and you really like making these videos, you can also just make the short videos for TikTok still and just put them up there. But I would leave Instagram kind of to be more curated portfolio of your work, so somebody opens it and they can just briefly see what the actual images of the work are. A tip for artists, I would just suggest turning off your likes. If you go on the Instagram post, there's the 3 dots on the top right. Click on those and then you just hit hide like count. And then you're not even thinking about likes, and other people seeing them don't think about your work in that way either. I have videos with thousands and thousands of likes. One of my most viewed videos is like taking a piece of tape off of a painting. You know what I mean? I don't know how much that really says about my paintings, and I don't know what that translated to exactly either in the real world. Basically, all my opportunities have come through people I've met directly, and later, maybe messaged on Instagram or something like that. But almost everything's come through real world interactions. So popularity on Instagram probably feels good in the short term, but in the long term, I would suggest most painters using Instagram more as a portfolio. And if you want to make quick videos, put them on TikTok or whatever. So thanks a lot for watching. If you're into these types of things, please subscribe, do all those good things. Head over to oko.academy to learn more about my art school that I have in Prague, Czech Republic. And happy painting.